What is going on, YouTube? Hopefully you guys are having a great day today. Hopefully you're enjoying these more recent uploads. I'm trying to get better at this, slowly working my way through it. Took old content from the transmission build, now it's kind of working its way back in, but I did not forget about you guys. Today's video, you saw by the title, and it's pretty much the season too, is winterization. So winterizing these wheels. Please excuse the truck is absolutely filthy right now, but these wheels need to be winterized because I'm gonna run them in the winter because of these nice deep treads here. Whoever owns this truck next is more than likely going to as well. I mean, it handles great in snow. What else you expect out of a 3/4 ton diesel with some beefy all-terrains on there. We're actually going to ceramic coat them. So first step is going to be to get the entire truck clean. As you can see, it's been through some rain to wash it, but it's pretty bad. I went down a mud/dirt driveway and that happened. So we're going to go ahead and get this whole truck cleaned up, and then we'll take these wheels off because we want to get behind in there, get that ceramic coated as well, and I'll show you what kind of kit we're going to use. But like I said, first step, let's get the entire truck clean. All right, here's hands down the best way to dry the entire truck, especially the wheels. Alright, so now we got these things pretty much washed up on the outside here. Still got to do the inside. As you can see, we'll get to that in a second. I'll show you what we'll use. But that is the first step of this. The second step is going to be correcting the few scratches that you probably can't see from these being used. I mean, just washing them. Literally, just washing these things is what puts those little scratches in there. You can't really avoid it unless you never wash your wheels, which would make sense. Now, the way to do this, ideally, would have been to do this when the wheels were brand new. When I first got them out of the box, went to town, did the ceramic coat kit that we're about to get out here in a second, and that would have saved me all the hassle, all the trouble of going through. Do yourself a huge favor. I know some companies, actually like Mr. Wheel Deal, they actually do that from the factory. Like if you order wheels from them, it's an option you check off, and you can say I want them ceramic coated. That'll save you this huge hassle. You don't have to worry about it. And if I would have known about that when I ordered mine, actually I don't think they offered it, but now they do. I definitely would have done it. It would have been 100 times easier than going through trying to retrace your steps through having a brand new wheel, ceramic coating it, and then moving forward. And I know they honestly usually have the best prices on wheels. A lot of people ask me, where do you get them? That's kind of the best place I found. MrWheelDeal.com. They have tires, wheels. They send them to you mounted and balanced, everything. That's where these tires actually came from, is Mr. Wheel Deal. Wheels from Anthem separately, but like I said, do yourself a huge favor and make sure you get it done from the factory. Like I was saying, the inside of these is very, very dirty. What we're going to use out of this beautiful stack of stuff is a degreaser. Where is she at? Oh, here we are. Eco all-purpose cleaner. Use this bad boy right here. And then we'll want a microfiber to go with that. To save you the boringness of watching me wash a wheel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of everything and then just kind of show you once they start getting ceramic kit on there. I'll check back up when this thing is fully clean. And like I said, first step, Eco all-purpose cleaner. This is going to get all the grease, all the wax, anything that was on that wheel needs to be off of there. This is a Porter cable buffer. I use this bad boy when I detail the truck out there. Any vehicle in general, it's kind of like my go-to. One little trick with these, if you've ever used one, this is a Porter cable DA polisher. DA stands for dual action. Put 4 little hash marks on there, like crosshairs, and what that's going to do is it'll tell you how much pressure you should be applying. These little dots should be moving like, sort of like that. Now, if they're sitting completely still and this thing's just going like that, you're pushing way too hard. If you're going and the whole thing's rotating, you can see that, it means you're not pushing enough. So you want these to move back and forth in like about 1/2 inch increments. Anyway, so on the pads here, I'm going to use an orange microfiber pad. These microfibers are really good at cutting. I mean, it is almost scary how aggressive these things are, but it definitely, you know, it's something I need when I'm cutting into a wheel that has some scratches in it. Now on the back, like I said, orange, it's a little bit stiffer. That means I'm going to get a little deeper of a cut into it. This is the other one I use. This is a they call it the black, kind of looks gray. But this gray is what I'd use if I was, say, applying a wax or something like that, or a sealant. Where is it at? Oh, right here. This Colonite 845. That's usually what I use for my wax and sealant. And then I also have, where is it at? The Chemical Guys Jet Seal right in front of my face here. That's usually what I'll run over with that. Really, really good combination with those two. Tough to beat. So like I said, this is more for a softer pad if you're applying a wax or something. You can see it's just easier to push into. This is a little harder here, and that'll be a little more aggressive on it and harder cutting. And this isn't really that big of a pad, so I can fit this into the dish of the wheel without it digging in too much. I'm pretty much just gonna get to work on this, and then I'll catch back up with you guys when we are finished with a clean wheel. Now, lots of polishing and white powder everywhere later, we have a perfectly brand new looking wheel here. So first step is there's a little prep spray. I'm assuming this is almost like a degreaser, kind of like what I just used, but I'll use it anyways. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, it just says prep spray. So I'll mist this on like that. This is going to be the worst part all through here. And then on the back side too. Of course, we're going to make sure every bit of this is good. And now, they only gave me 2 cloths here, so I'm just going to use my own microfiber to go ahead and wipe this all clean. And then after this, you will not want to touch this with your fingers because your fingers have oil in them. So this is going to have this perfectly clean. Okay, we're all shined up or degreased or whatever the heck this prep spray stuff does. And now I'm going to put on my gloves so that I know I'm not getting any more skin oil on any of this, to make sure we have 100% true contact between the ceramic coat and the actual wheel surface. Stuff I'm using here is Sea Quartz UK. The UK just kind of stands for the fact that this can be used in a little different climate, a little cooler temperature. It is pretty specific on the temperature. That's why I chose today. It's about 65 degrees out, so I'm right on the edge of when I can use this stuff right here. So that's what we're going to use. This is the applicator pad right here. We're literally only going to put 3 drops on here. It's going to spread out. Then we're going to start wiping back and forth, working in a small area. After we get that small area done, it's going to kind of harden like wax would. And after that, we'll come by with this guy and just kind of buff it till it's smooth, like you would feel like a real nice smooth finish. And then continue to do the rest of the wheel, whatever. And then finally, this real plush microfiber, the edgeless microfiber. I don't know what the heck that thing is. It's going to go ahead and go over this once more, and then basically just make sure we're 100% on the wheel. So let's get to work on that. It's saying allow 1 minute to let it bond. I'm actually going to set a timer on my phone so I know when my 1 minute is up, or stopwatch, and then we'll go from there. This will do the honors here of 3 dots. Whoa, holy smokes, it was like freaking 15, guys. Alright, we'll go with that. Now let's get the wiping on here. And that's it for the front. Man, I think it gives you hand cramps and workouts. Well, like I said, that does it for the front, but still got to do the back. Man, does that look good though? That is glossy as it gets right there. Look at all the reflection down there. Bam. Well, that looks awesome. I'm very happy with that one. Now, like I said, just got to do the back of this thing, and then we'll throw it on the truck. And then I'm going to cut the video there because you guys don't need to see me do this 3 different times. It's probably boring enough sitting here watching that for, what is that, 15 minutes real time, probably like 5 minutes after I fast forward it. Well, here's one fully completed and finished ceramic coated wheel. Nonetheless, if this doesn't work, well, at least it is extremely glossy now. Like, look at that. It was definitely, I mean, you can see the GoPro in there. Pretty much every last bit of this thing. Now, the ultimate test here is the old water pour trick. All right, so we got a little bit of water here. Well, I'd say that's a pass for me. That is pretty much as advertised right there. All the water came right off there. A couple little beads left. Not too much of a slant, so I can't ask for too much. Well guys, with that wheel on there, that pretty much wraps up this video. I'm going to take care of the other 3 now. Unfortunately, it's probably going to run me a good 3 or 4 hours yet. Still, that one wheel took about 1 hour between the time of taking it off, cleaning it, prepping it. Prepping is the worst part. Like the actual application, not that bad at all. Just the whole prepping. And I'm sure there's ceramic gurus out there that could tear me apart on my performance of ceramic coating that, but I mean, I've never done it before, so that's the first for me, so I did the best I could with the directions that were there. But like I said, check out Mr. Wheel Deal if you want to get them ceramic coated from the factory. That is the way to go. I don't know if anyone else does it. I'd throw their name out there if I did, but I know Mr. Wheel Deal does. That's what did my tires. I should also add a disclaimer that I'm not going to fully say that this is going to take care of your wheels, because I don't want someone coming back to me in like a year saying, you told me this was going to coat my wheels. Like, if something happens, hey, chrome is going to be a little bit iffy, because obviously black powder coat has a little bit of rigidity to it. Different like stuff like salt, but chrome is like, you're right talking about a surface right there, the finish of it. So maybe not much on chrome. That's kind of risky there, but black powder coat, ceramic coat, I feel pretty confident in that from what I've heard, what I've seen, and after doing it, I feel pretty confident. So guys, enough of me blabbing on. Thank you very, very much for watching the video to this point. Greatly means a lot to me that you give me your time. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I also forgot to mention, as I'm wearing the MDDP tee, we got it down the side here, Diesel Performance right there. These are available on the website, so mddperformance.com. It's going to be up here in the top. You can go ahead and check it out there, mddperformance.com. All your truck needs, anything like that, lift pump, exhaust, anything, get a hold of me, get you set up with one of those. And once again, guys, thanks for watching. Smash that subscribe button for me. Give me some credit for putting some videos out here. Finally getting in the rhythm again. Thank you, guys.